Jeez, 44 Celsius. My goodness. My goodness. You wanted an adventure? Where'd you go, Kitamura? Tell me. Hi, YouTube. Welcome to Darkest Dungeon 2 DLC launch day. Let's get it. I have streamed over 2,000 hours of the Darkest Dungeon games, and that legacy continues today. Make sure you buckle up your digital seatbelt. You guys think if you sing the Bustin' song, the Bustin' part, like on replay, that you get DMCA flagged? Because that'd be like the funniest DMCA flag I've ever seen. Like you were demonetized for busting. Dang it. That will happen. That will happen, chat. All right. We're almost there, chat. I need to retitle my YouTube stream ever so slightly. I need the number 2 in there somewhere. That looks good. My YouTube stream ever so slightly. Oh, shut up. Stop talking, Nomac. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. Hi, Machine on YouTube. Hi, Samir. Hi, Dizzy. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for dropping likes on the YouTube. I appreciate it. YouTube is now live. Yeah. We're walking over the river at night, stargazing the city from above. Oh, above the stargazing and the city from above at night. That's so adorable. I love that. I saw the pics. Yeah, they looked really pretty. Oh, Castle, thanks for spending some of your birthday here, dude. Happy birthday, man. Heck yeah. Shut up, Derpy. It's gonna be one of those nights, isn't it? Derpy, are you gonna be extra tonight? My entire house is fighting a cold, chat. I believe I am defeating it the fastest because I take it the most seriously out of everybody in the house. As it turns out, kids don't take anything seriously. And Lady Mac just figures drinking coffee and Mountain Dew will make it go away. She's like, I can't believe this isn't working. I drank so much Mountain Dew. Like, babe, that's not... Mountain Dew doesn't wash away viruses. That science has proven anyway. Yeah. Ghost. The ghost is already here, chat. Admiral Bro Code, I am definitely not muted on alerts. Shut up, Nomac. It's kind of fitting. While I'm lying to you. Thanks for the bits, Admiral Bro Code. Goodness. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to eat my gummy vitamins as I remember that I'm fighting a cold. But I woke up and I picked up Gideon and his nose was just running. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Okay, Derpy. It's like vanilla extract. You got to be careful how much you use. I see. TTS Tuesday tomorrow. Perfect. Right at about 10:50 tomorrow, Benny. Write that in Discord. I'll surely remember. Surely. Why are gummy bears so hard to eat, chat? Now you guys know why I struggled eating the fucking jelly beans. Well, chat, we've been gone for a while. Whole weekend's off. It always feels like it's been like months. Over the weekend, the Buffalo Bills lost. Another heartbreaking game to the Chiefs, so no more sports talk for the next 4 months. So those of you who hate that, good news. Yeah, TTS Tuesday tomorrow, I guess. I'm sure there won't be near a dad joke, right? I know. The Bills should have won that game. I promised myself I wouldn't blame it on the refs, but man, did they get that 4th and 1. And I feel like they win the game if they get that call, man. But man, it was a close game. Oh well, what can you do? You live and let live, right? We must move on. There's nothing I can do, chat, to make myself feel better. I'll go to Costco again. Yeah. The ultimate cure for all that ails me. Yeah, Excalibur, it's important to remind yourself, if you're a football fan, that of the 32 teams, only one team ever gets to hoist the trophy each year, you know? So, yeah. If you only take joy in a hobby when you obtain victory, then that can make the hobby kind of miserable. Right? Doesn't mean I'm not going to grieve and be sad for a little while. But give me another week and I'll be thinking about the off season and rebuilding and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. Hopefully. You know the worst part, Angela? Our running back was torching the Chiefs all game. That last drive, 0 touches. So heartbreaking, man. The dude who was wrecking them the whole game doesn't get the ball at all at the end. It was really sad, man. There you go, machine. We'll steal the trophy. I know, Admiral Bro Code. But the Bills are the almost team. They almost always win it all, right? They keep getting really, really close and losing right at the end. Like, it's just, yeah, it's rough. They are also the reason that the Chiefs have a dynasty, because they're always the team that can knock them out and then don't. So, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Did you guys do anything today, Castle, or are you celebrating over the weekend? Wait, it was the weekend. Did you celebrate over the weekend? Yeah, almost. Exactly, Kinamura. That's exactly how I felt after the game. You're sick. Don't copy me. God, when I'm sick, you're sick. We're sick. We're all sick. It's like the world's worst nursery rhyme. That's right. Next weekend, it'll be here before you know it, Castle. It'll be here before you know it. Maybe it's the weather change, since a lot of people are getting sick, you know, cold to warm. And I don't know about you guys, but it's been like that nasty weather where it's like too warm to snow, but cold enough that the rain fucking sucks. Yeah, and newbie, after watching the officials in that game, man, it was just like both 50-50 calls went to the Chiefs, and it was really sad. The catch that hit the ground and the first down run, and you're just like, man, they really do get all the calls. You don't believe it till it's your team, and then you're like, oh, I guess they really do get them all. Yeah. That's 4th down flag pickup with no explanation. There's just a lot of weird stuff, man. But the Bills also could have just got the first down, and they really easily run a different play. So they shot themselves in the foot by being stubborn. Is it really, Arden? Goodness. It's going to be nice and warm. Yeah, you work in a petri dish, I live in a petri dish. Let's just live our sick existence together. You played Minecraft. We'll take that. We'll take that. Oh, God, Kinamar, I bet. I bet. That's it. When you walk outside in the cold, it's always bad because of how long it lasts, right? At first, you're like, oh, I'm fine. I'm all bundled up. And then 20 minutes in, you're like, fuck me. It's freezing. Hi, Death Dealer. Yeah. That's so awesome, Castle. That's good vibes right there. Bundled up, sick, trying to stay nice and toasty and comfy, playing Minecraft with your lover. I'll take it. I'll take it. It finally rained, Angela. Ugh. Finally. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, that'll do it, Kinamara. That'll do it. All of those gloves that say they're phone gloves are, for me, almost never work. They're like phone touch gloves. No, you're not. You're a liar. Gloves. I also decided not to shave off my beard, chat. So, I might now, though. I told Lady Mac, I shouldn't have said this yesterday, chat. I said, I'm not shaving it off until the Bills lose. And then they immediately lost. Hi, Skylar. How are you? So, yeah. Yeah, Derpy? I mean, I obviously don't mind the cold that much since I'm always out there shoveling the snow, messing with the solar panels, with the dogs. But it makes me less happy than the warmth. Yeah, Kinamura, same. You use your nose, Mousy, like to use your phone? No, the Bills hadn't lost since I started growing my beard. They were undefeated. Yeah. My wife is actually a secret Chiefs fan, yeah. Something like that. She would never. The betrayal that would be. That's like no longer married stuff right there, chat. That's talking about the D and not the fun one. You know, it's funny. The Bills game happened and stuff, and it made me forget what everything we did Saturday. What did we even do Saturday? We went to the car wash, and as I had already paid for the car wash, Jonah started going, no, don't go in, please don't go in, Daddy, please don't go in. Too late now, kid. But I did daddy mind tricks. I instead matched his energy with opposing energy, saying, oh my God, bro, it's gonna be so good. We're going in. It's gonna be awesome. There's gonna be soap all over the car. And then he softened up a little bit. But he was doing that face. But once he realized that the soap was rainbow soap, he was tickled. I said, Jonah, the soap is rainbow soap. I love it. Got him, chat. The weirdest thing happened, by the way, while we were in line to get our car washed. Because, you know, it's busy season for car washes in the Midwest. Basically, when you finally have a warm day, everyone washes their car to get all the salt and nasty shit off their car from the roads, right? So we're in line, and we pull out, I was like, oh my God, like nobody's here. And there's only one car in front of us. And the car in front of us pulled in, and then we pulled in, and like 6 cars pulled in behind us. I was like, Jesus Christ. So the car in front of us, chat, opens, she's one of those, she like opens the door and like gets out of the car to use the thing instead of just pulling her car close enough. So she's like halfway out of the car, and she just keeps holding her phone up to the device. And there's a big sign when you pull in that says, no Apple Pay. And she's just doing it over and over and over again. And an attendant comes out. And the attendant comes out, and we can't hear them, but she's going, no. And she just keeps saying no like 500 times. So finally, I kid you not, this lasted like the two of them talking for like 3 minutes, which is an eternity when you have all these cars in line behind you, right? So then the girl finally pulls forward, and there's cones blocking the exit, and then there's the car wash, right? So that people don't pull in the car wash backwards. So there's like 3 cones over there. So the attendant walks over and moves the cones so she could leave, and the girl starts pulling into the car wash. So then you see the attendant walk back over to her, holding the cone, going, no. And Lady Mac was watching, and I was paying for our car wash. And apparently the girl was going like this, like, just let me go get my car wash for free. And the attendant was like, no. Lady Mac thinks she was telling her, other people paid, you'll be stealing their car wash, which is true. Typical Apple user. So then she had to back up out of the car wash thing and go out the cones. I was like, well, that was a lot of excitement. And the whole time, my son's in the backseat going, please, no, don't do this. Just like, yeah, this is a fun car wash. Yeah. And through all of this, chat, through all of the stuff you just heard, Gideon, the whole time, never even cracked an eye open to check what was going on. That'd be my mood. Benny's like, tell me when the car wash is over. Just let me sleep. Yeah. Gideon is a heck of a sleeper, man. Gideon, during the Bills game, he slept so much on Sunday because he was the first one to get sick. And he slept a lot. He slept like an hour and a half in the morning, 3-hour nap in the afternoon, and then he slept all night. So that boy's immune system was like, yeah, we're going to bed, bud. Did I hear something bad happen to NVIDIA today? No, what happened? I did not hear that. Yeah. That was a smart choice, Kinamara. That was a very smart choice. They lost 15%. What do you like, market share? Or stock price? Their stock price dropped 15% today. What was the catalyst for that? When you say Chinese AI, does that mean like $600 billion? Jeez. Chinese ChatGPT burst their bubble? I mean, we all knew that the AI thing was going to pop eventually, right? Well, I mean, 600 billion is still a lot of money, even for a big company. Like, sheesh. Really, Mousy, huh? Well, there you go. I mean, as greedy of a company as NVIDIA is, a Chinese company released a cheap AI alternative far cheaper than the Western ones, DeepSeek. Huh. Well, what do you know? Man, it's kind of crazy to watch those companies get undercut by the thing that they made all their money on. Like, geez. Wait, ChatGPT is not free? I always thought it was actually free to use. You have to pay to use ChatGPT? I don't know why. I mean, I guess because I don't use it. The basic version is free. Okay. Were you really, Angela? Yeah. Free for a bit. Okay. No, I don't think anybody will feel bad for NVIDIA. Remember, NVIDIA has been a very predatory company for the last decade, man. I don't think anybody will feel bad for them. Remember, this is the company that when we had the GPU shortage started undercutting the market by selling their GPUs straight to crypto miners. Yeah, fuck them. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go. There you go. AMD cards come out in March. Also, the 5090, doesn't that release like... It released this week, right? It's $2,000. I don't know about you guys, but I ain't dropping $2,000 on a video card. Like, that's bananas. I mean, you can build a whole PC with a lower level graphics card for like half of that amount and game on it right now, right? Yeah, exactly, Castle, exactly. When did the 5070s come out? I don't know. I'm not sure. I actually did watch the video comparing the 5090 to the 4090, and it was nominal how much better it was, which is sad for $2,000. But yeah, I'm not really in the market for a graphics card anyway. Eventually I'll have to buy one, but I feel like it's so incremental these days. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like graphics cards, you can skip 1-2 generations easy now. There's no reason to jump on the next card and the next one up over and over and over again anymore. I mean, might seem hot take-ish, but when I changed from my 1070 to my 3080 Ti, I didn't really see a difference. I was like, it looks about the same. The only thing I noticed was that I got more frames in Cyberpunk 2077, but my eyes couldn't see the difference. I think the thing I could see better was reflections in puddles. That was the thing I noticed more. Yeah, same, Jonesy, same. That's after watching my 1070 last so long, I'm pretty sure my 3080 will also last a long time. Oh yeah, so weird, Argo, right? So very weird. How could they possibly know? Also, hi Argonaut, good to see you, man. Well, yeah, and the 5060 will hopefully be like $400, Kinemara, instead of thousands of dollars, right? That's how I feel too. I feel like I'll be able to skip the 5000 and the 6000 series. Because incremental changes for massive heat draw and massive just real estate in your case just isn't worth it, man. And that's so much. And I'm not dropping even the 5080 is what, 1,000? And I bet that's the suggested MSRP. I bet it's not 1,000 anywhere you can find it. Yeah. Organizing my amazing porno mag collection in Project Zomboid. Smart. Gotta stay entertained, baby. You got a 6800 XT. Do you like it, Jonesy? Yeah. Maybe I'll buy an Intel graphics card, chat. They're like $300. Yeah, it's crazy, man. $3,000 for a graphics card. No thanks. I'll pass, chat. Thanks for sharing the good news, though, chat. Yeah. NVIDIA having a bad day, I feel like, is always good news for all of us. Yeah. Chat, we did some other stuff this weekend, but I don't really remember what it was anymore. We went to Home Depot. Yeah, that was another thing we did because we needed to buy something to attach to the bottom of the TV so the kids stopped pressing the power button. And I put a piece of like steel on the bottom of the TV. I thought I was very clever with how I did this, chat. You guys know how there's screw holes on the bottom of your TV in case you want to attach legs to the TV. So I bought a flat rectangular piece of steel that has pre-drilled holes in it. And I used the holes that you're supposed to put for the legs. And that also covers the power button. So now they'd have to learn how to weld or cut through metal to press the power button. I told Lady Mac, I was like, this is a very like hardcore solution. Like, like we're like, yeah, let's block it with a giant chunk of metal. They already tried, Belf. I don't think they can get to it. It really is not a machine. It really is, yeah. Are you saying your tech stocks went down, Benny? Or are you saying your tech stocks were immune to what happened? Witcher 3 recently, and if I run it on max settings with ray tracing, etc., I get like 30 FPS. So to get more stable frames, I lowered it to regular high settings without ray tracing, can barely tell the difference. Yeah. I think we've just reached that point in game design where games don't look much better anymore. Oh no, Benny, I'm sorry, buddy. Why did you not just copy and paste Nancy Pelosi's profile? Do you know there's people who do that? Who just trade the way she trades? They just follow her behavior because it's public. And they basically just create a Pelosi profile and copy everything she does and make a lot of money. Something like that, Machine. Yeah, something like that. There you go, Kinamara. That's smart. That's smart. Oh no, my blanket's falling off, chat. I mean, I remember when I bought a graphics card back in the day when I was playing World of Warcraft. And the difference when I bought the card was like night and day. That's how graphics card used to be, right? Like, I remember installing it and firing up the game and going, oh my god, I didn't realize Ironforge's floor had lines on it. I thought it was just like a big... The dirt... It was just dirt. I thought it was dirt, not brick. And then I put in the new graphics card. I was like, oh my god. The game looks completely different. But then nowadays, you put in a new graphics card and you're like, I guess I get more FPS that I can't really see with my naked eye. Like, some people will say they can see the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS. I can't, personally. They both look the same to me. I sometimes can see stutters, right? Occasionally. But for the most part, they look about the same to me. Yeah, exactly, Kinamari, yeah. Yeah, I know, Schnuffle. Some people say their eyes can see it, and some people's eyes maybe can't see it, but personally, I see nothing. Good morning. See, yeah, I mean, maybe when you say huge difference, I expect the ground looks like dirt, and now the ground looks like bricks. And that's not really the difference I ever see. I could see that, Argo, for like the screen tearing and stuff like that. Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, I'm sure that my enjoyment of the graphical quality of games is based on my age, chat. Yeah, I'm sure that's it. The only reason that I don't want to get into 120 FPS is my age. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is, Jonesy, for sure. That feels like one of those moments, chat, where you say you don't like something, and instead of the person giving a counter argument, they just say something negative about you personally. You're like, oh, well, I don't really like, you know, wearing capri pants because then my ankles get cold. Well, that's because you're a loser. Like, oh. You got me. You got me, chat. Also, chat, can I tell you a funny story? So we were at Blue Target, which for some of you is Walmart. But we were at Blue Target. Maybe, Derpy, maybe. There you go, Machine. There you go. Use it against him. Yeah, Argo, no kidding. I don't need extra frames. My PC looks great. I have no complaints. So we're at Blue Target, chat, and I need to buy underwear because I keep putting it off. And I eventually want to buy the underwear that Castle wears. Not the ones he's already worn. It's the same brand. I'm not buying Castle's underwear. That sounded so weird. But anyway, I was like, I just need to buy some right now, right? So I buy a pack, and then Gideon says, I want those ones, and he wanted them. So I gave him a pack that I wasn't gonna buy, right? So he could hold it, because he was just happy to hold a pack of underwear, right? He was really pumped about it. So then we're going through the store, and he's just hanging out, like playing with them. And then we get to the register, and I don't watch, and Lady Mac buys those underwear, which are like 2 sizes too big for me and like a 16 pack. And I was like, I got home and I was unpacking the bags and I was like, wait a minute, you put those underwear on the belt? And she's like, yeah, I thought you wanted them. You thought I wanted to buy 2 sizes too big underwear? I'm gonna be swimming in these things. Oh, they could probably fit me as a shirt. They're like 2XL. I was like, yeah, I don't think those are gonna fit. I just grow into them, yeah. If I put on like 40, 50 pounds, maybe. Yeah. So, yeah. Castle making that side hustle income, yeah. So anyway, chat, I'm doing an underwear giveaway pretty soon. Have fun going through the turns in Walmart. We actually have one Walmart in our city, Benny, that's very quiet and makes it a lot easier. We've been sciencing our Walmarts and we found the quiet one. It helps that our city has like 14 Walmarts to choose from. Maybe TWC. How you doing, T-Dubs? Good to see you, man. Welcome in. There you go, Kinamar. Yeah. Gonna reach my gamer guy water soon. Oh, God. Yeah. This reminds me of one, I don't remember who it was, but that one streamer started selling her farts in a can. And it's like, could you imagine where you have to be in life where you're like, I'd buy that. Like, what? Like, what's that market is filled with some very unusual purchasers. Do you, Benny? Yeah. We probably went to like 8 Walmarts in our city before we found the one that we liked. It's a little bit of a drive, but it's okay. So this DLC is to make it look more like the first game? I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I don't know if they want to make it look more like the first game, but I think they wanted to have that feel of the first game of having a more campaign feel. Yeah. So I do think that's the goal of the new one. You don't have to buy the DLC for that part of the game, though. That part of the game is free. The DLC gives you the extra area and the extra character. But they gave the Kingdoms part of the update for free. So all of you who own Darkest Dungeon 2 already have that part. One streamer got super sick doing that? Do you mean super sick like filling the cans? Or buying it? My goodness gracious. I feel like both of those stories could be true. See, that's how you get pink eye, chat. Exactly. She changed her diet to get more gassy and ended up in the hospital. Imagine trying to explain that to the doctor. Well, why did you eat beans for 9 straight meals? Well, you see. Supply and demand, sir. There was a lot of demand. I needed to make some supply. What a world to live in, chat. What a world to live in. You could call it an investment. Yikes. I won't call it that. Yeah. So anyway, chat, that was basically my weekend. It kind of feels like I haven't streamed in so long. Every Monday's gonna be like that. I also think most Mondays are gonna start at midnight, chat. Because the only way I can fall asleep on Mondays is to take melatonin. And the only way I can take melatonin is if I'm gonna sleep enough to not feel like shit afterwards. So it's kind of like, if I take melatonin, I have to sleep 6 hours. Otherwise, I'm gonna feel like I got hit by a train in the morning. Which is what happened today. You guys saw when I put that message in Discord, it was like, what, 10:20? Something like that. I wasn't really like paying attention to the clock. I was just writing in Discord real fast. I was so tired, I knew I wasn't going to be able to wake up. Because I was so groggy, you know what I mean? So it might be Mondays start at 12. And then maybe Fridays will be an earlier stream on because that's the day I'm going to go to bed super early. I won't even need melatonin on Fridays. I'll just be very tired. Yeah, it's a really frustrating dynamic, Castle. I mean, me and Lady Mac have to make changes this year, too. the long-term projection for our family isn't good right now financially, so me and her will have to make some adjustments and stuff like that, especially with buying a house and selling a house and having to move and pay moving expenses, and there's gonna be a lot of things going on this year. Which is why we're trying to be really, really smart with all the decisions we make right now, since we want to do all that stuff, right? I was looking at the market for my house all weekend, like just checking in and doing research about my neighborhood and like how much houses are selling for. And the range they sell for is like $100,000 difference. It's crazy. There's 2 houses near me that are a block apart. One sold for $229 and the other one sold for like $315. And I was like, oh man, that's a big ass difference. Yeah, we're not going to buy the cow art, unfortunately. No. It's also why I didn't buy a Stream Deck. I would love to buy a Stream Deck, but it's hard to justify a $400 expense when you're trying to buy a house. Like, we got to be smart with our purchasing decisions. We did visit. We went and saw one of the moms from the daycare yesterday. Because they wanted me to install something into their ceiling. And so I went to their house. Me and Lady Mac went over there. And they have a nice little house in like a nice little quiet neighborhood. Like, no, we didn't see a single car go up and down their street the whole time we were there. It was like that quiet, which is how most like suburban neighborhoods are, right? They're not like just a constant flow of traffic. That's the whole idea of why people like living there, because it's quiet, chill, relaxed environment, right? So anyway, I installed the ceiling thing, and you know what's funny is I couldn't find studs in their ceiling. My stud finder couldn't find any studs in their ceiling. And I think it's because their ceiling is lathe boards, is the only thing I could think of why the stud finder was acting up like that. So I had to anchor it in with drywall anchors instead, which is not the best choice for something a kid's gonna hang on and swing on, because it's a swing for a child. Sweet Daddy Jones, what's going on, my dude? I mean, but they're 50-pound anchors, and I used 4 of them, so I was like, it's not additive. You don't get 200 pounds of resistance for 4 anchors, because that would imply all 4 anchors get equal pull from the weight, which they won't. So it's probably more like a 180-pound limit. But the kid weighs 40 pounds, so it's fine for him. But then there was another girl there. One of their neighbors was there, and she's like 13 years old. And she goes, "Can I try it?" And I was like, sure. It's not my house. If you put a giant hole in the ceiling, that's not my problem. I already installed it. It's up to them now. So she weighs 110 pounds, she said. So she sat in it and didn't rip out of the ceiling, chat. And I was like, oh, good. And then it's like watching a sitcom, chat. She goes, "Come here," to the little kid. "I'll hold you while I'm in it." I was like, okay, that's 40 pounds plus 110. They're looking at 150 now. So now they're both in the swing and it didn't rip out of the ceiling. I was like, okay. Okay. And then you probably think that's where she stopped, but she goes, "Do you think I could get your son in here with me?" And I was like, we have to go. Like, you know what's funny? The mom had a really awkward moment because it got to 150 pounds with my son, with her son, and then the teenage girl in there. And then the mom goes, "That's really pushing the weight limits. I weigh," and she realized that she was amongst guests and didn't want to say how much she weighed. She goes, "I weigh 155. And I was like, "See, you'll be fine. Hop on in there." I weigh something. Yeah. What's funny is her and Lady Mac are like the exact same weight, but they're like 6 inches different in height, but almost to the pound the exact same weight. Wait, that means I just told you guys how much my wife weighs. Don't tell her, chat. She weighs 155. It carries so nice on her. I love it. Don't tell her, though. Secret. Every time Lady Mac says she wants to lose weight, I'm always looking at her like, yeah, whatever. Whatever makes you happy, babe. I know, Belf. But when Lady Mac got pregnant the first time, she weighed 135. So there's sometimes that, like, I used to be so small feeling that she gets. And I'm always like, babe, you got bigger butt, bigger boobs. You're healthy. Like, what are you talking about? Like, who cares? But I also want her to feel good in her own body. So there's a balance there, right? I don't want her to look in the mirror and feel miserable every day. So, yeah. Get ready for some Target shopping, yeah. So I fully expect chat to get a text in the next week that says, man, that thing ripped out of the ceiling, because I'm going to guess they're going to keep testing the limits that it can hold. Yeah, good times. I already do that, Skylar, like once a day. Hi, Bunny. It's good to see you. Hi, Rom. Dragon, Amy, Scan. Chillin', man. Look at all those beautiful names. Dude, Cat, Phoenix, how you guys doing? Welcome on in. Rabster, Blue Jackal, Phoenix. That's a lot of names, man. I can't read everybody's name. Why am I reading everybody's name? Hi, Soul. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. We're going to play Darkest Dungeon 2 eventually, but I'm still in the monologue for an hour now. How was your stream, Rom? It's good to see you, man. If you guys aren't following the Rom Show, there's a link in chat right now to do so. He's an awesome dude. Runs a great broadcast. We're talking about Big Dad energy in here right now. It's kind of right up your alley, Rom. Yeah. Am I going to play the new game mode? I sure am, yeah. I sure am. I also have a sponsor stream for Darkest Dungeon 2 in a couple of days on the 30th. And I realized they never sent me a key. So I had to purchase it myself, chat. Like a pleb. At least I don't have to tell people it's a game key that I was given by them. Yeah. In your face, devs. But yeah, we are going to play the new game mode tonight. I mean, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I haven't really seen anything about the update other than reading patch notes. So we are going to be doing probably some patch note reading. And probably just exploring the game on night one. But I'm playing it all week this week. So we're going to do 5 straight days of Darkest Dungeon 2. And then next week on Monday and Tuesday, we're going to do our Mass Effect 2 finale, because I didn't finish it in time. And then more Darkest Dungeon 2 after that. Yeah, did you enjoy yourself, Rom? Did you have a good time? Thank you very much for the raid, dude. I super appreciate it. You love patch note streams? Well, get ready, because they are juicy. Very juicy. We're not going to read all of them. This is also going to be testing the limits of my memory, because the last time I played Darkest Dungeon 2 was a while ago. Let's see. The last time I played it was February 7th of last year. So almost 1 full year since I last played it. So yeah. I'm sure I'll remember everything, right? Yeah, for sure, Rom, for sure. I don't think I'm going to start a new file, at least not as of right now, because there's so much to unlock, and I think I'm just going to use my pretty everything unlocked file. I don't think I want to start from the beginning again. Sometimes it's fun to start from the beginning, but I feel like there's so much to unlock. It was not in early access. No, it's been released for a while. It's been released for a year, at least. I already knew that, Frez. Oh, yeah, Bunny. That's true. I will. I already do, technically. Technically speaking. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen you play any DD. That's kind of crazy, Blue Frost. I have streamed around 300 hours of Darkest Dungeon 2 on Steam, and I think another 150 on Epic. So like 400 to 500 hours of Darkest Dungeon 2. And then I have also streamed, wait for it, 1,971 hours of Darkest Dungeon 1. A little bit. Just a little bit. So, if you haven't seen me play it, good news. Yeah, just a stream or two. Just a stream or two. You know why it's missing 30 achievements? There's PvP achievements in Darkest Dungeon 1. So, I'll never get them. Because I'm not going to go PvP in Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, PvP and DD. Yeah. So, no interest in that. I have 68 achievements in Darkest Dungeon 2, though, so tonight could be the night for... We just got to find one. Yeah, there's PvP in the first Darkest Dungeon game. It was kind of like an experimental update that they did. And it didn't take very well, and people weren't super interested in it. Not nobody. Some people played it, but it's such a weird game to try to PvP in. And like, I don't know anybody who fires up the game thinking, man, if only I could fight against other players instead of play the game. It's just not that kind of game, you know what I mean? But I think they were just doing a little experimentation to see. But no, I was not interested in the PvP part. Yeah, I don't think they should have added PvP achievements either. It's sort of like when we've been doing XCOM 2, I've been slowly 100%ing XCOM 2 over the last like 5 years because it takes a long time. And they also had a bunch of like multiplayer achievements baked into a solo game, in my opinion. Yeah. We're still at 83 out of 88 on that. That's how hard that is. That's after 983 hours. It's challenging. Very challenging. But yeah, we're going to play the hell out of Darkest Dungeon 2. It's going to be super fun. They did not add PvP. So that's good news. That's really good news. Oh, did they, Kinamara? That will do it. I have not played Crusader Kings, no. Fun fact, though, I was at the Crusader Kings 3 launch event in person somehow. Somehow. I was there in person when that happened. And I have pictures to prove it. It was kind of a wicked event. Here you go. I was up in the balcony at the Crusader Kings launch event in person in Germany. Yeah. I was there because I was one of the presenters for the DLC. This is back when Paradox worked with creators a lot. They don't do that anymore. They fired all of their community managers since then. But I did the... I was the person who did the DLC launch event for Age of Wonders. Yeah. This is also where the picture of me sitting on the throne came from. Because they had a throne for Crusader Kings behind the curtain. And that's where this picture came from. This is me with no glasses, though, chat. Don't be offended, okay? They had this whole setup there that you could sit on the throne and take pictures and stuff. There is also a picture of Charlo sitting on the throne, too, yeah. Streamer has legs, I do. I do. You think that's how I sit on the toilet, Vipros? No, I actually poop with doing a handstand. My toilet is on my ceiling. I have an anti-gravity bathroom. I know, but I'm not going to show a picture of Charlo on stream unless she's here. Feels weird to show her picture without asking her first. A sub for the handsome king. Oh, you beautiful bean. Thank you, Rom. Thank you for 22 months, buddy. Chucking that prime sub at me like a boomerang. Let's go. There's also a picture on there of Imperial Jedi kissing the ring. That was a fun time, chat. Going to Germany. They flew me out and I did the presentation and everything. See, chat? Look, I'm even cheesing. This is when I was doing the show and everything. I had a whole like presentation with the DLC, and a couple of months after that, Paradox stopped working with all of their creators. They went from having like 8 community managers to 1. And then they did, that was it. No more working together after that. This was pre-kids. That is weird to think about. Fun story about this trip to Germany. This trip to Germany is when I learned that Lady Mac was pregnant for the first time. Because she decided to call me and tell me on the phone instead of in person. And I quote, she said, "I just couldn't wait." And then she sent me a picture of her pregnancy test. Yeah, good times. Pretty much, Fakerino, pretty much. No regrets, though. There's a lot of pictures of me and Charlafin in these pictures. I spent so much time with her on that trip. She's in like 50% of the pictures. Like, legitimately. No Rugrats. More accurate. Good times, though, Chad. That was super fun. It's too bad that they stopped doing stuff with creators. I feel like Paradox used to do a lot of really cool things with creators. And I feel like they were one of the really good companies for working with streamers and stuff. And then they just whoosh, cut all that out. Yeah. I mean, I did so much with Paradox back in the day. Because remember, I did all that stuff with City Skylines. And then with Age of Wonders. And then one day, my contact actually reached out to me because I worked with her so often and said, "Hey, just letting you know I'm going to work with another company now. They're getting rid of all of the CMs." So that's how much I worked with her, that she literally told me when it happened. Yeah. Yeah, I knew him too, Fresno. Yeah. I think he still streams from time to time, doesn't he? He streams that football monster game. Is that due to their bottom line? I think it was more of a restructuring of how they want to approach their business. I think they think, I'm just theorizing. I don't work for Paradox, obviously, but I think they eventually thought, we don't need creators to push our product. So if we cut that part out, we'll be fine. Which I suppose to an extent will always be true. But I would say that the working with creators was a huge net positive for them. Not just for people getting eyes on their games, but also for working with people. Paradox games are unique. You need subject matter experts to be your brand ambassadors because their games are fucking hard, right? If you just one-off stream Europa Universalis for 2 hours, you're not going to know what the fuck you're doing. Like, you need someone with 2,000 hours in that game to have some semblance of how the game works. And almost all their games, I would say, fit into that category of, you can't just pick this up for 2 hours and show people how to play it, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Chaos, exactly. And that's why they had me present Age of Wonders, because I had played Age of Wonders for decades at that point. You know what I mean? I had been playing Age of Wonders since Age of Wonders 2. I even have Age of Wonders original PC box right next to me at all times. Remember these boxes, chat? Oh. Yeah, exactly, Angela, exactly. You know what to do ever? That's fair, Amy. Probably not. I bet you do, Skylar. Yeah, I bet you do. Oh, shut up, Snuffle. Yeah, exactly, Machine, exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean, Rom. So sponsoring random creators to play your games. I feel like Paradox was on a good path, right? Because they were on the path of, they were working with people who play their games all the time and having them present content and create content. And I felt like that was the path for their company. But yeah, not anymore. Paradox also had that weird phase where they started thinking maybe they would go away from strategy and start buying other IPs. And I think they regretted it really fast. And now they've kind of shied away from it almost immediately. Because they had that like vampire game they purchased the IP for, right? And it didn't go very well. Yeah. I know, Blue Frost. I miss it too. I miss it too. You should check eBay first, Kinamara. Yeah. Actually, that doesn't bother me because at least it's a new game mode. Derpy, that doesn't bother me at all. As long as it's siloed, I'm okay with that. 100% okay with that. That's fair, Simmer. That's very fair. Are you ever actually good at Crusader Kings 3? Are you talking about your confession progress is unaffected? Why would that make me sad? I think that's awesome. Like, heck yeah. Yeah. They've kind of gone completely away from it now, though, Nodulin, haven't they? I think so. Yeah, exactly, Belf, exactly. It's just been a release nightmare. Did it ever release? Can you play Bloodlines 2? Like, is that a thing? I don't see it, but maybe it's only in their launcher. Oh, it's still not out, planned for 2025. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Rizzy got a voucher. Wait, are you saying you got a voucher for it at the event, Rizzy? In 2019? Is that the event you mean? Because that's wild. Yeah, Rizzy got a key for Vampire the Masquerades 6 years ago. That's wild, Simmer. Goodness. Probably not Chaos. Let's see if someone honors that key. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, maybe that's what they mean. It's coming out in 100 years, Kinamara. That seems like something... What's that game you guys like that I never played? That has the don't play the game for 10 years achievement? The Stanley Parable, right? Is that it? That seems like some stuff that game would have. Like, launch the game in 2125 to get the final achievement. Wait, so you have to not play the game for 5 years to get the achievement? That's so crazy to think about. People who 100% games, that has to drive people crazy. Is it, Dizzy? Are you excited? Goodness gracious. I mean, I suppose there's lots of games that you don't open for a long time, so... And if you're a patient person, it wouldn't matter. You're just like, well, I guess I'll see that in 5 years. Oh, no, Skylar. Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. Yeah. The only other update I have for you guys, chat, is me and Lady Mac are really pushing to move. We are going to go visit Northern Ohio either this weekend or next weekend because we found a little town, population's about 7,000, and the town is built around a lake. And you can buy lakefront property there with acreage for like 300,000. Some of them were like 279. And that's so cheap compared to what we have been looking at. But it could be a shithole, so we need to go there and see if we like it. Ohio's a weird state. There's a lot of beautiful places and a lot of really ugly places. So you got to balance those two things. Pretty much, Simmer. Yeah, pretty much. No, you have to buy it, open it, play it, then close it and not open it for 5 years. Did you really, Dizzy? That's kind of awesome. Yeah, hi, Jeff has occurred. How are you, dude? Good early morning to you, buddy. It's good to see you, man. Yeah, Kinamara. I gotta work on my own house. I'm gonna have a new house soon. Taking up fishing. It's not taking up fishing so much as just it'd be cool to live by a lake. We both find a house that we fell in love with, which is very dangerous to fall in love with a house you haven't seen in person. So we need to just drive up there and see if we like the area. You know what I mean? It's an unfortunate little town in that everything's 45 minutes away, though. So if you need to go to Home Depot, 45 minutes. Grocery store, 45 minutes. Like, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And we both don't like that part. But if you're going to be country, that's how you be country, right? Yeah, see what the internet situation is, stuff like that. We just got to go do our homework, right? So at some point in one of these next couple weekends, we're going to have to drive up there, which is a 3-hour drive just to look around and see if we like it. That's a lot of driving with 2 little kids in the car, right? So we'll see. We'll see. It's good to see you too, Jeff. Heck yeah, dude. Doesn't it really simmer? Yeah, that's kind of fun. Yeah, that's fair, Kinamara. It's time to move, Jeff. It's time to move. We've been spending like all of our... I mean, I've talked about this a bunch on stream, but I've been trying to reduce all the money we spend and like just really streamline our finances so that when we move, we're as clean as possible financially. Saving money, being patient, and just getting ready, you know? I've been working on the house. Now I'm starting to work on the house for the first time through the lens of someone else buying it. So I'm going to be doing a lot of touch-up work and cleanup work to try to make the house look as good as possible for when we sell it. I also do think I'm going to turn the downstairs into 2 bedrooms, even though it's a lot of work to do that. It's just the market for 5-bedroom houses in my area versus 3 is there's a massive difference. Like $50,000-$60,000 difference. So it's certainly worth it that I could probably do that for like $1,200, maybe $2,000 at the most. I can turn downstairs into 2 bedrooms. Big bedrooms too. They're not even going to be small. This is a big ass room. It's 26 by 14. This is a huge room. So yeah. But we got to find a place to live first. So if we don't find a place to live, none of this matters, right? You do hear renovations, yeah. Just framing walls, drywalling them, and that's it. That's all you have to do to add bedrooms, right? And fortunately, it's carpeted down here, though, so I will have to, where I'm going to build the walls, cut the carpet out and then replace the carpet, which I'm not excited about because I'm not going to make it look as nice as the original installers did. But there's no getting around it. Like, you have to remove the carpet to put the walls down. You can't put it on top of the carpet. So, yeah. Have you really, Jeff? Yeah. That's a tough decision, but a fun decision to be thinking about for sure. Yeah. A room has to have 2 things to be considered a bedroom: a closet and a window. Those are the basic rules of how it is a bedroom. So I sketched out a full blueprint for my downstairs, and both bedrooms would have a window and a closet. I would not forget electrical. But remember, these walls already have electricity. This is already a functioning room. So even if I added no electrical, there's already outlets and lights and everything. You know what I mean? Linoleum or tiles? Linoleum is cheap and fucking awful to remove if you don't like it. And tiles are more expensive and harder to install, but way nicer, and their longevity is like eternal. Tiles last so effing long. Yeah, it is true. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 bedrooms, but this bedroom I'm not going to uncover the window. I have the window covered because it's right next to me during stream. And I'm going to... The window's still there. I put barn board over it and put up shelves. And I'm going to leave it like that when we show the house, because this is like an office and it'll be the smallest bedroom in the house. So I figure when we do it, we could say the window's still there, but we're using it as an enclosed office right now. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ducat. Like, yeah, the tile's not going anywhere. If you put tile down. Tile sometimes is so hard to remove that it'll make you rip out your non-existent hair. Like, tile's a pain in the butt sometimes. But I have remodeled this house for a decade. And so I'm hoping when we sell it that helps us get some extra money. There's also 300 square feet of extra space in this house that no one knows about, but they will find out when we sell it. So that's fun. Because I enclosed our back porch and insulated it instead of leaving it as a separate part of the house. So we made the back porch part of the house. It's not ominous. It's just that, like, you're technically supposed to tell the city when you add square footage to your house so that they can tax you more. Because taxes are based on square footage of your house. And I have forgotten to tell them up until now. And I'll probably remember pretty soon. I just keep forgetting to tell them. Any day now, though. Any day now. Good morning, Salty Ham. But I mean, this is really complicated, Chad. It's hard. It's very hard. We're both self-employed, which makes getting a mortgage very difficult. We also have to sell our house to buy a house, which also makes things very difficult because it puts you on a very short timetable, right? We're not going to sell our house and buy our house on the same day. It's not that we don't live in a perfect world, right? So we're going to have to sell our house and then technically have 60 days to buy one. That's really scary, right? The backup plan during that time will be to live in my sister's basement, but a family of 4 living in a basement, that needs to be a very short amount of time that we do that. You know what I mean? That'll get really old really fast. So yeah. Also, we would be living in that basement and I would need to stream in that basement where my family is sleeping. Yeah. So we would need the things to happen in like a perfect scenario. In my head, it's all going to work out, right? But there's no guarantees. So we'll see. It's also a basement, an unfinished concrete basement. So living in an unfinished concrete basement, and I would like to tell you that, oh, I'll just finish it real fast. But what if I'm working on the new house? We thought about buying an RV. That's a genuine thought we've been having. If we sell our house and we liquidate Lady Mac's retirement account, we have all that money, we could buy an RV for a fairly affordable amount of money, a nice one. I thought they were so much more expensive than they are. You can buy one for like $70,000 if you want to buy a holy shit premier package one. But you could also buy one for like $7,000. So you can buy an RV for pretty cheap. Do you not have chains in the USA where you have the process going on at the same time? I'm not sure what that means, I guess. Yeah, but it's a lot to put my sister through to be like, hey, I know you have a family of 5 in your house. How about you add another family of 4 to your house? And my sister would say yes immediately, but that's a lot. That's a lot to add to your house, right? Yeah, I need to just call the mortgage company. I meant to call them today, but Mondays are really busy. So I think I'm going to call the mortgage company tomorrow and just try to get approved for a mortgage by myself. I can't, Lady Mac can't be on the next mortgage because her business requires her to stay in one location. And if we move up north in Ohio, she obviously can't do that. And the mortgage company's already told us that we can't count any of her income when we move, which sucks, obviously. So we're just going to see how much of a mortgage I can get with just my income and go from there. At least then we'll have a number to shoot for, right? Of what we can shop and what we can afford. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it and scared of it all at the same time. But we got to sell our house, move all of our stuff, buy a house. Like, it's a lot of things. And then maybe remodel the new house, maybe build the new house, maybe who knows, right? It's all going to work out, chat. I would like to not have a mortgage. That's my goal. But it's starting to feel really like that's hard to do. Like the profits from our house plus her retirement account, that's not going to be a ton of money to not have a mortgage. So it's really tricky to do. But that town is giving me hope up north because finding a house for $279,000 with 5 acres of land is very promising. Like maybe not having a mortgage level of promising. Have you considered winning the lottery? I mean, that would fix a lot of our problems. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. It's just a matter of all of the ducks lining up, right? Everything happening and everything coming together. The most important thing is me and Lady Mac are both ready to move mentally. And I feel like that's already a big first step, right? The fact that we both want to move and are looking at houses and properties and getting excited about it. The logistics are the hard part, but the fact that we're mentally there is a good thing. Hi, Gorilla. It's good to see you, dude. It's really good to see you, man. So, I mean, our primary goal right now is to save money, right? And not spend too much. Try to keep our budget really tight. Save as much as we can so when we buy it, we have as much as we could possibly use. And then just try to be patient, you know? Try to take our time and make the right decisions. But we also don't want, if we move now, the reason we want to move this year, chat, neither kid is in school. So the fact that neither of them is in school means that we're moving before they even start schooling, which is really nice, right? So I think that alone makes this a really good year for us to move. Jonah starts school next year, right? So he's going to start going to school next year, and we want to move before then. This also kind of gives a timetable for third baby. If we're going to have a third baby, we have until September of 2026 to have it. Because the universe agrees with those type of deadlines, right? Because after that, it would be a nightmare for us. Right? Like, so... And plus, Chad, I'm 70 years old. As you've pointed out many times. How old am I going to be when we have the third kid? Oh, maybe Salty Ham, yeah. I think that's the type of thing we're going to do, Salty Ham. I just got to talk to the mortgage company. Basically, I just need the mortgage company to approve me for a mortgage and then help me do the contingency thing where we can buy a house before we sell our house. Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. I wonder how that works financially for like down payments and stuff. I do know that Ohio has a 2.5% down payment assistance program that we qualify for. So that's pretty cool. That's $2,500 per 100,000 we spend. So if we buy a $300,000 house, they'll give us $7,500 towards the down payment. So that's a cool program that Ohio has. The only reason we qualify is because our family is so big. It's not because we make so little. I mean, we're not rich and we don't make a lot of money, but we qualify for a lot of things just by the size of our family. Yeah, we are in Ohio. We thought of moving somewhere warmer, but we think we'd rather have the support of some of our family, since right now we have no support at all. We're on our own on pretty much everything. And we think it'd be nice to occasionally have, like, my sister around. when there's an emergency or something and we need another person to help us. Because right now it's just like, oh, there's an emergency. Well, we're all going. Like, I guess we're all going to the hospital together. Or I guess we're all doing this together. Everything is all of us all of the time because we don't have any support. This is not a pity party. I'm not having a pity party. It's just you make your bed, you sleep in it, right? We chose to have kids in a city where neither of us has family. So, yeah. Yeah, the tricky part, Salty Ham, is I want to put the money from this house down onto the next house. So that means that if the other mortgage is already settled, how will they know how much I'm going to put down if I haven't sold the house yet? So that's the tricky part. I think what we're going to have, in my head, this is the perfect way buying a house will go for us. We will sell our house, and then within 60 days, we will buy another house. You know what I mean? And then we'll have the money from our house to buy the new one. But it's scary as shit to do that, because what if you don't? What if you don't find another house? Then what? Like, what are we going to live in a hotel? You know what I mean? Like, we only can live with my sister if we're buying a house near her, right? If we're not going to live near her, we'll just be homeless when our house sells. Like, where will we go? I guess at that point, if we're in like the last 10 days of our house is going to sell and we still haven't bought anything, we just buy an RV, right? At that point, and just live in the RV temporarily while we house shop, right? That would be the only solution remaining. And then we would have an RV to travel the country in afterwards. But I guess that would be the worst case scenario, is we would just buy an RV and leave all of our stuff in like a big shipping container until we find a house. Something like that. So it'll be scary and exciting all at the same time. You know what we could do, chat? We'll tell the people who buy our house that we want to rent it from them for 2 months after they purchase it. So we'll pay them rent for 2 months so that we have 4 months to find a house. I'm sure they'll go for that. Flawless logic. You buy a new house and then you rent it to the previous owners right away. How could they say no, Belf? Yeah, Batman, exactly. No, that's a good way to look at it, Vipros, yeah. Also, GG to you for beating cancer, hell yeah. Not an easy feat. It's all gonna work out, chat. The good news is we're not afraid of messy houses, dirty houses, broken down houses, and that gives us a lot of leeway in what we purchase. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a lot of freedom to buy a lot of different things. This reminds me, chat, that Lady Mac was talking to the mom from the daycare that I helped yesterday on Friday, and she said she had an awkward moment with the mom because the mom just kind of blurted something out, and then Lady Mac just kind of stared at her. And the phrase she blurted out is, "I really need your husband." And Lady Mac was like, huh. But it was to install something in her ceiling. But it's in the moment, Lady Mac said it felt really weird because she just kind of blurted it out. And she was like, do you? Her ceiling. Oh, shut up, chat. Yeah, we're going to get there. No, we haven't played DD2 yet. I haven't even opened the game yet. We're still talking about buying houses. What am I going to do with you, chat? It gets worse, chat. She wanted me to anchor into her ceiling. Chat, I just made tea. I put in the honey and a little bit of sugar in the water. And no tea bag. I just made sugar water. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Pretty much, Fresno, pretty much. You know what's funny is the mom kept saying, where do you think I should install it? She kept asking me where I thought she should install the swing. And I suggested she installed it in a big open area of the room. But then the dad said, but if it's in the middle of the room, it'll be in the middle of the room and it'll always be like in the way. And I was like, okay, where do you want to install it? So we installed it in the corner of the room. And I was like, what if he hits his head? And they were like, we think he'll be fine. So I installed it. And then they both go, oh, he's going to hit his head on the dresser. Yeah. He sure is. Also, it's in a corner. So when he swings forward, yay, fun. Backwards, right into the wall. I was like, well, I guess he'll learn eventually to let his feet catch him on the wall. But yeah, so I installed it in the corner because that's where they wanted it. I personally would have installed it almost dead center in the room because it has a carabiner, whatever they're called. Meaning you can just take it off if it's annoying you and then put it back on, right? It's literally that easy. Just like, oh, I don't want the swing up right now. Let me just unhook it and take it down. But not my problem. Right? That's their problem now. I'm sure they'll deal with it. Good luck to them, chat. Gorilla, it's a toddler's bedroom. Get your head out of the gutter. She didn't ask me to install a swing in the master bedroom. I did have a weird moment where she took me on a tour of her house, like the mom, to show me all the things that needed fixing. And I was like, is she showing me like jobs she would like me to do, or is she just giving me a tour? Because she only showed me the things that were shitty. She's like, come look how messed up my plumbing is. Oh man, and look at this bathroom. This bathroom really needs redone. It's like, not like this is the living room, this is the kitchen, but more so like, look at this fucked up plumbing. No, Batman, she did not. Bell, Gorilla. Oh gosh. Yeah, Pelt, sorry, pretty much. Pretty much. Her plumbing was the original 1950s plumbing, though, that someone had daisy chained a bunch of rubber joints to, which is not how you're supposed to do that. And she said, we have to hook up a hose to the upstairs shower because when we use it, water leaks into the basement. And she goes, it comes out of this hose right here. And I was like, the drain? And she's like, yeah, the drain. And I was like, does it back up? And she goes, no. I was like, then it's not from the drain. From a hose? But I did figure out what's happening while I was there, chat, because my brain works that way. I said, no, what's happening is, chat, their hot water line to their shower is connected to an open faucet in the basement. So remember, water lines are pressurized, right? So what's happening is when you turn the shower on in that room and you pressurize the line on that side, it's forcing the back feed of water in the other lines out because there's a leak and a weak valve at the bottom. So what's happening is it's putting too much pressure on the valve in the basement, and it's not the drain leaking out. You would see soap and water everywhere if it was the actual shower drain. Remember, a shower is gallons of water per minute, right? Lots of water, not a slow leak. So basically, it's one valve that probably needs replaced and the problem is fixed. I didn't say that, though, because I didn't want to try to create more work for myself. I got my own shit to worry about right now. I didn't want to be like, oh, yeah, that'd be easy. I could do that in 5 minutes. Next thing you know, I'm there every weekend fixing something else. Yeah, that's the other thing, Belle. If I did it for free, like I went over there and I installed it for free, she was very sweet, though. She said, how much do you want for installing the swing? And obviously, like, she has a good relationship with Lady Mac. I didn't want to be like a dick. I was like, no, it's free. It's fine. We're just helping a friend in this scenario. It's not like business. But if she starts asking me to do like all kinds of stuff, like it can't just be, out of the goodness of my heart where I'm doing huge projects on her house. Yeah, exactly. I don't need a second one of those. No, my wife doesn't have a honey-do list, chat. She's made that very clear. She just has a list of things she wants me to do. It's different for some reason for her. It's not a honey-do list, chat. That's so negative. Yeah, exactly, Kinamara, exactly. You just never know. A Mac renovation giveaway? No. Yeah, Belf, no problem. No problem. You know, it's weird, chat. If we buy a plot, so there's plots of lands in northeastern Ohio that we could buy. I found 4 acres for $28,000. There's a weird fantasy scenario in my head that says for $28,000, we could buy the property, probably get it for less than 28 because it's been on the market for over 300 days. Buy 2 RVs for like $10,000 and $3,000, and then have like $150,000 left over to build a house. The reason 2 RVs is I can't stream where the kids sleep, so we would have to do 2 of them. We'd also have to convince the cable company to hook cable up to our RV. I wonder what they would say. Just be like, hey, there's totally going to be a house here in the future. Could you just hook it up to my RV for now? What do they care? They probably wouldn't care. They're getting their money, right? As long as there's a tap nearby, I'm sure they won't care. Am I worried about tariffs on building supplies like Canadian lumber? Yeah. A little bit. A little bit. I can't do Starlink. You still can't stream on Starlink. You'll have such massive packet loss. Also, Starlink is cost prohibitive. It's like the most expensive internet you can buy. Like, have you looked into how much it costs to get Starlink? It's super expensive. Yes, that also, Gamertech. That's what I'm thinking too, Vipros. Yeah, just hook it up to a cable. I could even install the post myself, Vipros, right? And just put a box on it. And, well, they'll use their own box, but yeah. And then they can reinstall it again once the house is built. So that's another possible scenario. So we'll see, chat. Again, we're both excited, but terrified because there's so many unknowns, you know what I mean? But I mean, if we bought a $25,000 plot of land and then spent $15,000 on 2 RVs, we'd be $40,000 in, and we'd have no mortgage, right? And we'd get to keep the RVs at the end, right? Remember, this price for RVs is for used older RVs, not new ones. Just so you guys are wondering how we could buy them at that price. We already looked into it. There's an RV place we can go to near our house where that's what they sell them for. But they're going to have that 1990s wood inside, and they're old. They're not new. We're not buying a new, brand new, state-of-the-art, nice. They're the kind that have like a box TV hanging in there. But remember, it's a temporary thing. Also, fun little aside, once the kids are like 12, 13 years old, I could remodel the inside of the RV. Because they can be remodeled. And that'd be a fun little project, right? So, I mean, yeah. Oh, God, Skylar. Yeah, I do really be like that, don't it? Wait, Keenum, are you talking about the ones I'm looking at? Oh, where I live, you can't even find plots of land that are 1,500 acres. Oh, goodness, yeah. Yeah, the plot of land that I found for 28,000 was actually, it was at the dead end of a street. I think the reason no one has bought it yet is because behind it is the concrete factory. I think I told you guys about this. There's like a gravel factory behind the property. And I'm going to guess when you go tour the property, it's really fucking loud. It's a gravel factory. So that's probably why nobody has bought that land. And probably why we should also not buy it. Who wants to build their house with a gravel factory in the backyard? That'd be like the noisiest housing purchase in the history of houses. There's only so much trees can do to block noise. Yeah, plus the air quality too. Yeah. Valarn, they're unrelated. So yeah. But that's just one plot of land. I have found a lot of plots of land in Northern Ohio. Nothing in Columbus. Columbus is the most expensive city in the state. If we want to stay in Columbus, we cannot buy land. I don't think it's on the table because it's too cost prohibitive. Buying 2 acres in Columbus will cost us like $150,000 to $250,000, which is all of our budget gone. Then how will we build a house? You know, like we won't have anything left. It'll just, we could try to get one of those mortgages where they let you build a house with the mortgage money, but getting approved for that is too self-employed people, not easy, right? Really challenging. But maybe something will pop up on the market. That's my hope right now. We just got to keep our eyes open, right? Maybe something will pop up that's a fixer-upper in a really rough house, and that's just what we got to keep our eye on and hope that we find it before a company scoops it for a fix and flip, which happens a lot in Columbus. It's hard to buy a fixer-upper in Columbus, very hard, because these huge conglomerations and big companies buy them immediately. So normal people trying to buy them is really difficult. The old fixer-upper thing is kind of dead in Columbus because of what happens with them. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, chat, that's a long segue into how about we play some Darkest Dungeon 2? I thought it was true everywhere too, but it's not true where my sister lives in northeastern Ohio. Turns out. People don't buy fix and flips in the country up there. Those houses have been on the market for 40, 50, 60, 70 days. Like, it's just not, I guess it's probably a country thing because it's just so far out there up there. Not a country thing everywhere, just a country thing in northern Ohio. Again, it's also probably because like everything's so disconnected up there, right? That is another thing. Northern Ohio has a shrinking population, which also I think affects housing costs. Do you simmer? Yeah, I actually grew up in Youngstown. Yeah. And we've been looking in the areas around, basically between Hudson and Youngstown. And then north to the lake. So like Conneaut, Ashtabula, all those areas up there. Oh yeah, it's the lipstick on a pig thing, Vipros, right? Most of those fix and flip companies are like, just paint it and cover up the problems and then sell it. Did you simmer? Nice. Very nice. Paint it, cover the damage, hide as much as you can, sell it as fast as possible. Yeah. We also found a money laundering house by accident while looking for houses. You could see it in the sales history because it went from purchased for $40,000, sold for $900,000, purchased for $60,000, sold for $800,000. And we were like, someone's just like laundering money in public records. Like, I mean, it's been like 10 years since that stuff happened to that house, but it was really weird seeing like very obvious money laundering in the purchase history because they were all like 3 months apart, like over and over and over again. It kept happening. I would like to, Batman. Yeah. You can't thirst over these characters. Have you not seen the Hellion? You certainly can, Pelt. Sorry. Chat they are stands for the Hellion. Oh yeah, Skylar. That'll help at least when looking for a house. Yeah. The good news is, chat, that we've been paying our house down for 10 years. 10 years. So we have 10 years of our mortgage paid down. And our property value has gone up 250% since we bought it. So when we sell our house, we will have a chunk of change to buy one. It leads us down 2 paths. Either we buy a more expensive house for like $400,000, $500,000 and put a monster down payment on it. Or there's 3 options. That's option 1. These are not in order of how much we like. Option 2 is we buy land and build a house. Cheap land, no mortgage, build a house. Option 3 is buy a fixer-upper and then use the money to hopefully not have a mortgage or have a small mortgage and then fix up the house slowly over time. And we're both okay with all 3 options. I don't think any of them is preferred at this point. It's just whatever makes sense when the time comes. Priority 1 is save money and make as much money as we can. That's option 1. That's step 1. Step 2 is start preparing our house to be sold so that it sells for as much money as possible. And step 3 is we have to liquidate her retirement, get all that money out in liquid so that we can use it and just have all of our stuff ready, basically. So if we buy a house, we can buy it fast and not have a super long closing time. I know, Peltzari, I know. They'll be back on Monday, though, 1 week from today. Right? So no big deal. Anyway, chat, I'll stop rambling now. I'll keep you guys abreast of the situation. I think a lot of you will enjoy going through the process with me. Plus, it'll be kind of therapeutic to talk about it. Oh my god, the volume is so low. Not much, Chaos, not much. Our first time booting the game in like 355 days, chat. I always love the disclaimer. Darkest Dungeon is about making the most of a bad situation. You're not expected to succeed on your first expedition. Heroes will die, failure will abound, and the world will seek to smother your flame. Take heart, do not relent, press forward through the encroaching gloom, and face your fears. Redemption, at last, can be found deep within the icy depths of the Darkest Dungeon. It's true, Valarin, it's true. Well, Dizzy, I haven't found anything yet, so I might be in the same boat as you. By the way, it's Castle's birthday. If you guys want to wish Castle a happy birthday. Yeah, we gotta, if the bank goes poorly, Sweet Daddy Jones, the decision is made for us. If we can't get a mortgage and the bank won't work with us, and Belf Night's the day before. There's so many January birthdays, man. Happy birthday, Belf Night! Jesus. How many community birthdays do we have this month? My God. Oh, I love your face, Belf. Happy birthday, dude. Make sure you and Castle have a birthday hug. Not nude. I feel like I have to clarify that for the two of you. Fully clothed. I need to turn the volume up, chat. There we go. There's the Kingdoms button, chat. Look at that. Wait, you can see the mods in-game? Whoa. Wait, why do you have to hit New Confession for mods? Oh, maybe you can only have mods in a brand new file? Aw, happy birthday, Belf. Happy birthday, Castle. Heck yeah. I hope you guys both have an amazing, epic year. Yeah, it's called Kingdoms. It's a roguelike, but more similar to Darkest Dungeon 1 from what I understand. But I also haven't played it yet, so take that with a grain of salt. What does this do? Do you guys want to watch the cinematic? No. Because I'm just playing around with the mods menu. We'll watch it a little bit later.
You must face
Wait, why
your
does the mods
failures
menu take you here?
or be consumed by
I guess I don't understand what the mods menu is. Like, I'm not sure what this is. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, maybe you have to go get mods first and then they'll show up in this area. Browse mods. Oh, you got to be careful. You got to be careful browsing Steam mods on Twitch. There are no limitations to where you will find booba. Got to be very careful, chat. There's 500 mods for the game. So that's kind of fun. Something like that, Yin Silver, yeah. Ooh, this is a pretty mod. Look at that. She looks so good. Look at her. She looks so cool. Yeah, I don't see any booba mods, actually. Maybe they didn't find this game, the booba creators. Because I don't see any. There's a lot of mods that make the game easier, which seems pretty constant, right? Jeff has occurred. Thank you for the tier 2 sub for 65 months, baby. That tier F and 2. Let's go. Thank you very, very much. The subpocalypse ended 2 days ago, chat. So, meaning that all of the huge subs from the subathon are gone. That was happening for about 12 days because of the 12 days of Christmas. So now our sub count is stabilized at its normal number, and it's at 298. So I'll start updating you guys again, and we'll set up another sub goal now. Now that it's settled, I didn't want to set one up while I was in decline, because of the subathon. Yeah, no, Rising Storm. I don't think there's any way I won't like it personally. I guess there's probably not safe for work mods here, right? Probably not. It's probably safe. Wait, someone made a flagellant pet where it just hangs from his collar on the side of the stagecoach with a thumbs up. Wait a minute. The Watcher. In my Darkest Dungeon game? Tisk. Nah, we're probably not going to do mods. There's enough to do in new stuff in the game. We'll worry about that in the future if we really want more stuff. There were no boobies. You guys can go look to try to find boobies, but I didn't find any. Thanks again, Jeff. Appreciate you, dude. Cheers, man. Did I spill my tea, chat? Oh, by the way, stream is on battery. So if battery dies, stream dies. I should pay attention to that tonight. The battery is at 75%. So 25, it was at 100 today when I started because I'm really trying to science this. 25% took 2 hours of the battery. So that should mean it should last approximately 8 hours. I don't want to buy the expansion battery, but I also think that it's probably not enough battery power to power the stream for the full 7 hours every day, depending. The battery is powering the gaming PC right now. So if the battery turns off, I'll still have the stream, but the game will turn off. Yeah, but the expansion battery castle is $500. Ugh. I can have another battery, but it's $500. So I don't want to add a $500 expansion to it when we're trying to buy a house. Same reason I didn't buy a Steam Deck. Like, I almost bought the Steam Deck last week when Dizzy mentioned it. I thought about it because they had the refurbished one for $430, but it's just that we want to buy a house. We got to have some discipline, right? Gotta have some discipline. Well, this is an all-in-one battery, so I would just buy the expansion one that they make. I think there's still refurbished ones for sale, Dizzy. They're still 440 bucks. That's a lot of money, right? Oh, they sold out? The only reason I thought they were still for sale is it was still in my cart today when I opened Steam. No, I'm not going to buy a Steam Deck. They're too expensive. It's just, I can't justify that type of convenience for that price when we haven't bought a house or have a home yet, right? I got to be disciplined. Valarin, you're really stuck on this sex swing thing. Defend a vulnerable realm from merciless aggressors. Kingdoms is a standalone strategic campaign that remixes the core mechanics of the base game. 100% Steam Deck can wait, exactly. It'd be a nice convenient. It's a nice to have, but the smart decisions right now lead to a better house for our kids long term. Remember, the next house we buy, chat, me and Lady Mac want to live there for 20 to 25 years. So it's a big decision, right? A really big decision. It is a luxury item, exactly, yeah. Like, I think I would use the Steam Deck because I've been relaxing on Saturdays and Sundays with my family a lot more. It's been a goal of mine to learn to relax again. And right now I just stick my laptop on my lap, which is a lot more inconvenient, but it works, right? It's fine. And that's free. Hey, have a good one, Yin Silver. I'm live on YouTube right now, Yin Silver. If you do exclamation point YouTube, we're live on YouTube every night now, so all of my VODs are there. Also, my YouTube is filled with Darkest Dungeon 2 guides. That's the only thing I've ever made on there. Whoa. Who's excited, chat? New game mode? It's very exciting. Whoa. Okay, so there's 3 Kingdoms campaigns, and this is only one of them released. So just this one. Hunger of the Beast Clan, and then there'll be 2 more in the future. The kingdom teeters on the brink of destruction. New and terrifying forces rally their strength and attempt to seize upon the vulnerable population. Assemble your party, complete the quest, destroy the enemy leader before time runs out. The enemy leader? I love that you're playing Mutineer Zero, one of the most underrated tactical strategy games ever made. It's so damn good. Are we ready, chat? Here's the question, chat. I'm not even being sarcastic. Should we do one run of the base game? Or should we just go straight for Kingdoms? The only reason I say one run of the base game is the DLC stuff is there. So all of the new DLC stuff is in the base game. Oh, you guys all want to see Kingdoms. Okay. Well, there you go, chat. That answers it. Enter save name. What should we call it, chat? Eggland? I don't think we need a poll. Basically, everyone said Kingdoms. Benny struggling to say straight. How Freudian. Just Nomak? I guess I could just call it Nomak. No, this is completely disconnected from the other side. So we don't have to do that. Are we ready, chat? Let's press the button. Is there a cinematic? Okay. The kingdom is under siege. Bestial horrors stampede through the country in wanton herds. Wanton herds. Wontons. We're making wontons, chat. Who's hungry? Striking with swift ferocity, they spread chaos, poison, and death. They're spreading chaos? Chaos is gonna have a good week. As the land trembles to the drumbeat of thundering hooves, refugees flock to the inns. Map selection. 24 regions, 18 regions. Oh, there's descriptors. A medium-sized kingdom with balanced challenges recommended for your first game. Large kingdom will be more difficult to defend everything. Thoughtful hero distribution and mobility is key. A small kingdom concentrated and action-packed. Cool. That's very cool that there's multiple options. It says recommended for your first game, chat, then we'll do it. I don't know how you select it. I guess that's... Oh, okay. 10 inns, 4 underground travels, 5 camps. We don't even know what this stuff means yet. Difficulty. Blood Moon, Stygian, Normal, or Radiant? Radiant. See, I love that they have Radiant built in right away. Because for those of you who struggle with these type of games but still love them and still want to feel like you can play them, I love this. So basically it removes permadeath. So your run doesn't just end when you have a death, right? That's nice. What changes? Less days to beat the game. So it goes down to 60 and gives you permadeath. You can only lose 5 inns versus 6. Oof. Stygian is 50 days instead of 60. Escalation day 2, 5 days sooner. Escalation day 3, 5 days sooner. More sieges. Starting skills are a mystery. I'll probably start on normal because I don't know how to play yet. That seems like maybe we don't go for Stygian and Blood Moon right away. Normal's probably fine though, right? The hardest mode is Escalation Day 2 happens 7 days faster. You have 15 days less to win. Escalation Day 3, 8 days faster. You can only lose 3 inns in this mode versus 5 in regular. We're gonna play Blood Moon by the end of the week, but I think I like to learn at a normal difficulty so that I actually can learn. We don't need to try hard at first, but the goal will be to be in Blood Moon by the end of the week, I think. Okay.
The crossroads. A beacon for the broken and the battered.
Chat, we're playing Darkest Dungeon 2! We did it! Wait, I don't know what I'm doing, though. Oh, wait a minute, chat. See, this is what I was worried about, and this is why I asked if we should do a regular run. Even though the 2 modes are unrelated... Wait, that doesn't make any sense, though. It said that none of your unlocks would carry over to this mode. Then why do you have to unlock something in the other mode to be able to play it in this one? Sorry, it's behind the camera. We can't play the Abomination. It says I have to go play Confessions to unlock it. But the patch notes said that they are separate. We also forgot to read the patch notes. Do you guys want to peek at the patch notes a little bit? Okay, Kingdoms and Confessions progress are largely independent with only a few exceptions. Stagecoach skins must be unlocked in Confessions mode. Hero palettes and weapon kits must be unlocked before using. The Abomination will appear in Kingdoms only after his shrines. Oh, so no Abomination until you finish Confession mode with Abominations. Yeah. Leonie, thank you for 77 months. How the heck are you? It's good to see you. That is a long, juicy resub. It looks like it only applies Kinemura to the Abomination. Probably because they want you to buy the DLC for that part, right? That's my guess. Dintash, 3 years. Thank you very much for 36 months. That's pretty awesome. And a long time ago in a galaxy not so far away, the journey began, red shirt on and phasers set to play. You start the next chapter of your journey with space as your sea. Ragtag crew training all through sports ready at the start of year 3. Thank you very much for 3 years, Dintash. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 3 years, baby. How long does it take for the confession? Like 4 hours. So I'll probably do it later in the week. So we can all see Kingdoms tonight. We just can't play Abomination, but I think that's okay. You've been sick for 3 weeks. Jesus. Yeah, and I don't want to rush through a confession. I love confession mode, so I'd rather take my time on a confession and not feel like we're rushing to get to Kingdoms. Let's look at Kingdoms today. Tomorrow we'll run a confession, unlock the Abomination, and then we'll do confessions again Wednesday, right? Like, it's fine. We have all week. In Kingdoms mode, you can play Bounty Hunter all the time. That's nice. That's really nice. Wanderer Path available exclusively in Kingdoms mode. Now, here's the question, chat. Will we remember enough about the game for the patch notes to mean anything to us? That's a bug fix. Break now ignores blind versus combo. Break now ignores blind versus combo. Okay. No longer has a chance to apply a weak token. Aw, that's a nerf. Discerning Blast, chance to weak token increase from 25 to 100. Oh. So basically, once you upgrade it, it always applies the weak token. That's all they changed. Ooh, they gave a cooldown to Plague Grenade. It was too strong, though, let's be honest.